Oh, hello. Welcome back to Cooking with Andy. I'm sure you're ready for carrot cake right now. Why don't we just get started? Cooking with Andy. Hey there, welcome back to Cooking with Andy. I know it's been a long time since I've seen you. It's been, I think, coming up on about 20 years. I might be a little bit older and a little bit rounder, but let me tell you, I still know how to cook. And you know what we're gonna do today? We're gonna be cooking with Andy. So today, I'm gonna bring you back to a time where nobody cooks like Andy Smith. So today we're gonna be cooking carrot cake. This is gonna be my world famous carrot cake. This is a recipe that I wrote myself, that I designed myself, and then I posted on our proud sponsor, allrecipes.com. So if you're ever looking to cook an amazing carrot cake, I'm gonna ask you to go to allrecipes.com and search for Carrot Cake 3. And just remember that Carrot Cake 3 rhymes with Andy. So let's go ahead and get started. Cooking with Andy. So the first thing we're gonna wanna do, which is what I should have done before, was preheat the oven to 350 degrees. This could take some time, so I wanna go ahead and get that started for us now. And it's already set at 350 degrees, so I'm just gonna hit start. And guess what? The oven is gonna get warmed up, and I'd say within about 10 to 15 minutes, it should beep. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the ingredients that I actually wrote and put onto allrecipes.com. And that way, if you're doing this at home or you're watching it on YouTube, you're more than welcome to follow along and do it along with me. Because who doesn't wanna cook with Andy when nobody cooks like him? So anyway, so let's go ahead and get 4 eggs. We got our eggs. What you do when you're cooking is really to make sure that you are setting yourself up for success and not setting yourself up for failure. I'd much rather set myself up to make the perfect carrot cake than set myself up to make a shitty one. Next, we're gonna go ahead and do 1 1/4 cups of vegetable oil. So I got my vegetable oil here. Now you don't need to spend a lot of money. This is a Safeway brand vegetable oil. Had I bought the more expensive one, I'd be out probably a couple dollars that I didn't really need to spend on, name brand cooking oil. So next, we're gonna be moving on to 2 cups of white sugar. We got 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And then next is 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Again, don't worry about going all out on the brand. Next, we're gonna need 2 teaspoons of baking soda. This is one I recommend that you don't go and skimp on and get a Safeway brand or a Vons brand. My suggestion is go right out for Arm & Hammer. We like to make sure that we're using the top of the line baking soda to make sure that we're making the most optimal flavor in the carrot cake. Next is baking powder. Again, don't skimp on it. This is Clabber Girl. This is one of my favorite types of baking powder. 3 cups of grated carrots. We've got 1 cup of chopped pecans, which again I bought. Again, don't worry about name brand there. For the whipped cream frosting, we're gonna need 1/2 cup of butter. You know I love my butter. The cream cheese, we're gonna go with sugar. This is really a lot. And you know what, let's go to basics. Let's actually just go to the directions, and then I'm gonna go with the ingredients later, because there's just too many to deal with. And it kind of gets redundant, so I wanna make sure that I'm bringing you guys along on the journey rather than just kind of laying the journey out for you and making you go on your own. Because the best way to go on a cooking journey is with a partner. And that's, again, Cooking with Andy is probably the best journey you can go on. So if you want to come take a look at this, I'm gonna actually do this here, is I'm gonna break out these eggs, and we're just gonna do 4. Don't be afraid to just corner them. What I usually do is, in San Francisco I compost, it's the law. But here in Seattle, they're a little bit more liberal about that. So I'm just gonna put it down the garbage disposal. We're gonna add the oil. So let me just add the oil right in there. Next, we are gonna add the white sugar, and that's 2 cups of white sugar. This is organic. You gotta go organic. I'll go organic. I mean, I like it, I'm from California. But if you live in the Midwest or, you can't get access to organic sugar, then don't beat yourself up. So we're gonna add that in. So now we need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. This is single strength, so I'm going 2 teaspoons. If you have double strength, you're gonna go with 1. Shoot, this is a tablespoon, so let's just throw that in there. Next, we're gonna go with mixing in the flour. So I'm gonna go with the 1/2 cupper, and we're gonna do this twice. Actually, that reminds me. As you remember, for the longest time, I've been a Mountain Dew drinker. They've been a proud sponsor of Cooking with Andy for a long time. and they continue to be. But we're not gonna lie, it's high in sugar. It's not even sugar, it's corn syrup these days. And you know what, that's tough on the body, but you don't need too much of it. And this is a much smaller can. It's much more healthy for you. So again, thanks Mountain Dew. Yeah, okay, I did the do. All right, so let's get the, where are we at? We're at the flour. So let's just throw the first cup in there. We'll dump that in there. So now we've got a partial group of the ingredients. All right, so what we're gonna do first, at this point at least, not first, but what we're gonna be doing at this point is mixing together our ingredients. And again, this is gonna be about as moist as it can be. Let's call it super moist. It's gonna be delicious. I mean, I'm so excited to have this one. But let's keep mixing. Let's get this good up and mixed up. So now that we're all stirred up, we wanna go ahead and add a little bit more of the ingredients. We are going to add in our name brand baking soda and baking powder. Now keep in mind, these are two different products. Let's get that in there. Pop it in, scoop that up. Let's level it out and then pour it in. We're going to add in half a teaspoon of salt. Now this is where it gets tricky because I don't have a half a teaspoon. So I'm gonna eyeball this one. So usually a pinch is about a half a teaspoon. We're gonna go ahead and spread that in. I actually prefer to not have cinnamon in my carrot cake. If you wanna add cinnamon, by all means, please do, and that's why I added it the ingredient, but to be honest, I don't like it like that. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna shred down the carrots. I've got my shredder. Remember, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Okay, so we're right at the 3-cup mark. So we're gonna take the grated carrot. As you can see, it's grated very finely. We're gonna go ahead and spread it around pretty evenly so it makes it a little bit easier. And then we're gonna add 1 cup of chopped pecan. So we got our 1-cupper. And then just go ahead and do a good spread. Spread it around. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get a good stir. And this is it, guys. This is the carrot cake. But we're gonna go ahead and get this all stirred up and it's looking pretty good. So before we add it to the pan, we're at the critical point where we wanna make sure that we're getting maximum carrot cake power. This is carrot cake, this is nuts, and this is carrot. It's gonna be perfect. So I have my pan here actually all ready to go for you. Now this is a little bit bigger than a 9 by 13, but what's great about this pan is it's Pyrex. The big difference with Pyrex is it's glass. And when you're cooking carrot cake, you want to make sure that you're using glass because glass is actually going to brown the bottom of the carrot cake. And what you want is when you dip into that carrot cake, you get that nice crunch at the bottom. What I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna skimp on the butter. We're just gonna butter up this pan. We're gonna just go ahead and butter it. And we're just gonna run the butter all up and down the pan because you can't ever have too much butter. And anybody that says you have too much butter is crazy. You know, back in the day, in the 90s, which is much different, you know, time in our life is pre 9/11, and you know, we were a little bit more innocent. You know, we definitely believed that, you know, Crisco tastes better than butter. And you know, I've come to the realization as an adult and, you know, in a post 9/11 world that butter is the way to go. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna go ahead and get the carrot cake poured into the pan. We're gonna go ahead and just get this poured in and we're gonna wanna spread it out. I'm gonna grab a spoon, and what the spoon will help us do is really get the rest of the goodness into the pan. This will make really great snack size, you know, you can put in your kid's lunchbox or, you know, bring to work, you know, bring for a potluck. It's just really bite-sized little, you know, num-nums of carrot cake. So we're good here. We're gonna take a second, we're gonna put it into the 350-degree oven and we're gonna let it rise. And in the meantime, we're gonna get working on the frosting. So with another 6 minutes and 34 seconds to go, let's go ahead and check on our carrot cake before we get working on the whipped cream. Wow, this is really risen. He is risen. We're gonna test it. Oh, you know what? perfect. For the whipped cream frosting, we're gonna need 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese, 4 cups of confectioner's sugar, half a cup of butter, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, single strength. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is we're actually gonna be lining up our powdered sugar. And this is usually the most proven method to actually get your powdered sugar as cut up as possible and as measured as possible. So what I like to do is I like to measure these out into individual lines. These lines are a little bit thicker than I'd probably want to go with, but for now these work. Just smell it up, get it right up there, and then you might want to taste it a little bit. Yeah, that's pure. It's pure powdered sugar. So we're gonna get this into the 1 cupper. We're gonna measure this out into 4 cups. While I'm doing that, I'd like to take a moment and allow you to have a word from my sponsor. When I'm doing a cooking show, I always love to have my Mountain Dew. Do the Dew. Again, it's got all the vitamins that I need, and they're a proud sponsor, and we're really proud to have them. When it comes to Mountain Dew, it's refreshing. It's cold, it's crisp. It comes in these nice small 8-ounce cans. And let me tell you, any day I'd prefer Mountain Dew over Coke. Do the Dew. Mountain Dew. Okay, so now we've got about 2 cups of powdered sugar in our medium-sized bowl, and we're gonna go ahead and add another 2 cups to round it up to 4. Next, we're gonna add the butter. We're gonna add the cream cheese, and that was...
Oh, hey, Andy. Hey, sorry to interrupt you. I just happen to know you love
Brian?
extra butter.
Brian?
Yeah, I saw the extra butter, and I thought I'd come in and get it. It's so good to see you. Enjoy
It's great
your
to
show.
see you.
Welcome
Thank you.
back. Welcome back.
Thank you, Brian. That was Brian. All the way from Michigan, just for my show. Okay, so let's get the 8 ounces of cream cheese. I want to microwave this. Is open up the microwave. Let's just put it for 2 minutes. Gives a chance for the butter to kind of molt a little bit, and we'll stir it up, and I'll be back in a second or so. So now we've softened up the butter. Now this is a really robust cream cheese, sweet, buttery whipping cream. Really round out the carrot cake. Okay, and as always, you want to make sure that you're tasting the cream. It's a very delicious, robust, rich cream. So let's go ahead and give it a taste. It's delicious. All right, now we're ready to go ahead and get this carrot cake out. I'm excited. Gonna get my hot mitt, and we're gonna go ahead and pull this out. Take a look at that. That's grade A carrot cake. So now that the cake has had about a good 15 to 20 minutes to cool, we're gonna take our whipping cream. We're just gonna dab it on. Little dab here, little dab there. I mean, this is a healthy cake. This is carrots, this is beta carotene, this is all the vitamins that you need. This is a real big favorite if you bring it into work. You'd be surprised it's gone. I mean, gone within minutes. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna get this cut up. I found a really unique way of cutting carrot cake is with a pizza cutter, actually. It's kind of an unorthodox way, but all you have to do, it's really easy to do it. You can just roll it right in. What that allows for is for the orange to kind of come out and kind of accent the cake and bring it to more or less a true carroty flavor. Next, again, as a good friend once told me, presentation is 30% of the process here. So what I'm gonna do here really quick is we're just gonna do some really quick cuts. And these are just small carrot bites. They definitely accent the carrot cake really well. We've got carrot cake. Just pull this up. And here we go. We've got a beautiful carrot cake for our friends and family. The next best thing to carrot cake, friends. So let me invite some friends over. We're gonna have them hang out. We're gonna share some Mountain Dew. We're gonna share some carrot cake. And we're really gonna enjoy this together. Hi guys, thanks for coming over and trying my carrot cake. How you guys doing today?
Doing
We're good.
It's great to have my Seattle friends here, as well as my friend Brian from Michigan. So guys, why don't you guys dig in? Check out the carrot cake. Let me know what you think.
I thought it was the worst. I thought it was the worst.
Did you microwave it?
It's all from scratch.
It's sweet.
You know what guys? You know what makes a really good companion to this? Mountain Dew. I gave you guys some Mountain Dew. Why don't we crack it open together and take a sip? Do the do. Mountain Dew. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Andrew. This isn't as bad as you would think.
This is really good. You know, it makes you feel really good.
This is not that bad.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it up.
Wait, you got the
It tastes
lights are
wonderful.
down